Hi, and thanks for joining me for another trip into my sinister dreams. If this is your first time here, go on and subscribe. It won't protect you from anything, but it'll make me feel better. My name's Renee Jones, born in Houma, Louisiana, which means I grew up around gators, gumbo, and people who think ghosts is just another word for Tuesday. I'm 40 years old, single by choice. Well, mostly by choice. And I'm what you might call a quiet loner. Not the cool, mysterious kind. More like the I mind my business and somehow still get dragged into nonsense kind. See, I don't go looking for trouble. Trouble just GPS locks onto me. Ghosts, check. Monsters, check. A homicidal fish that tried to bite my kneecap off. Yeah, that happened on a Sunday morning. Before coffee. I don't know what I did in a past life, but apparently I offended something ancient, powerful, and petty, because every time I turn a corner, there's another creature staring at me like I'm the lunch special. And here is the part that really messes with my head. They always start off trying to kill me, but eventually, they start laughing at me, like I'm some kind of cosmic joke. Like the universe said, let's give this man a horror movie life, but make it sitcom adjacent. So tonight, I am gonna tell you exactly why monsters keep switching from I am gonna eat you to bro. You're hilarious, because apparently, even the supernatural can't take me seriously. Let's begin.
So picture this. One cool summer night, I decided to go crawfishing. Full moon shining like God, left the porch light on. Air nice and warm. Mosquitoes already forming a church choir around my ears. And me, I'm happy. I got my traps set, my boots on, and a cold beer that tasted like freedom and bad decisions. Now, I love crawfish. Mudbugs are my therapy. Some folks meditate. I boil things alive and dip them in butter. We all cope differently. Anyway, I'm sitting there, minding my business, when suddenly, WHAM, something big, hairy, and smelling like wet dog and old gumbo jumps on my back. I didn't even have time to scream. All that came out was bro WHY. Turns out it's a rougarou. A whole one, not the cute kind you see on t-shirts. This one looked like it hadn't moisturized since the Civil War. It grabs my arm like it is trying to rip it off and take it home as a souvenir. I'm flailing, panicking, trying to remember if I paid my life insurance. And then I don't know what came over me. Instinct, adrenaline, stupidity, but I swung my leg back and kicked that thing right in the Bayou Biscuits, dead center. Perfect aim. Like my foot had GPS, the rougarou froze. Eyes crossed, ears drooped. It made a sound like a tuba giving up on life. And then it just started laughing. Not a little chuckle, not a polite giggle. I mean full on, wheezing, bent over, I can't breathe laughter. I'm standing there like, sir, you tried to eat me. Why are you laughing? It's pointing at me like I'm the joke. Like I'm the embarrassing part of the night. That's when I realized something important. Even monsters think my life is ridiculous. The rougarou is still hunched over, wheezing like it just ran a marathon in August. Then it looks up at me with those glowing red eyes and goes, bro, what is wrong with you? I'm standing there, covered in mud and beer foam like, sir, you jumped on me. But he keeps going. Man, I was trying to be all dramatic. Full moon, spooky entrance, claws out, I rehearsed this. And you go and kick me in the gumbo nuggets. He starts pacing around, holding himself like he's protecting the last crawfish in the pot. I swear, y'all humans ain't got no respect. No sense of theater. I'm a legendary creature, a whole Louisiana icon, and you out here treating me like a drunk uncle at Mardi Gras. Then he stops, points at me with one long furry finger. Who kicks a rougarou in the balls? Who does that? I shrug. Somebody who wants to keep both arms. He blinks, then he snorts. Then he laughs so hard he falls over sideways into the mud. Between gasps, he manages, "Man, you stupid. I like you." And that's when I realized I had just earned the respect of a monster by nearly ending its bloodline. After that close call with the Rougarou, I packed my stuff, grabbed what was left of my dignity, and went home. On the drive back, I kept thinking about what that thing said. "Man, you stupid. I like you." And I'm sitting there like, what kind of swamp weed is that monster smoking? Because whatever strain it is, it must be strong enough to make a werewolf laugh at getting kicked in the family jewels. A few days passed. No monsters, no ghosts, no homicidal seafood. Life actually felt normal. It should have been my first warning. So that night, I'm sitting at my dinner table, alone, as usual, eating something sad and microwavable. I'm halfway through a bite when WHACK, something smacks me across the back of the head. I spin around, ready to fight for my life, and what do I see? A bag of chips on the floor. A bag of chips. Thrown with the accuracy of someone who's been practicing. Before I can even process it, I hear a scream behind me. "I told you to take a bath, Frank." I look up, and there's a ghost floating behind me, finger pointed like it's about to write me up. I blink. He blinks. We stare at each other like two people who walked into the wrong Zoom meeting. Finally, I say, "Dude, my name ain't Frank. Wrong house. He lives down the road." The ghost squints at me, looks around, looks back at me. "You sure?" "Yes, I'm sure." Why would I lie about not being Frank? The ghost huffs, embarrassed, like he just barged into the wrong bathroom stall. Man, my bad. Y'all humans all look the same in the dark. Then he picks up the bag of chips my chip sand, floats out the wall like he owns the place. And that's when I realized something important. Even the dead don't respect me. If you enjoyed my supernatural suffering, hit that like button and subscribe for more weird adventures. Thanks for watching.